This is your Uncle Chuck. This is a video dedicated to Emre and Erica and Sircon. I just want everybody that's here, that's been through the course of my sister's wonderful, great life. I'm going to have people come up and tell you, because you don't know what I know, about what a wonderful, great person that she was. One of my very best friends. But I want you to hear that from other people. So I'm going to send people to this camera to interview and tell stories about your awesome mom. So anyway, thank you.
My favorite story is of me and Briar and Jen and the time we went to Estonia when she taught there. And we went to Lapland at the North Pole to meet Santa. And in order to get there to this little village that they have, you have to take dog sleds or a snowmobile in a big group. Well, the kids rode in a big sleigh while the parents drove their own snowmobiles. And we, the children, took a break. So the parents had to take a break. And we and Briar wandered off in this huge snowfield in the middle of Finland, and he climbed up this snow pile. And when he got to about halfway up, fell in the snow up to here, up to his head. Only his fingertips were showing. So me, being my sisterliness that I have, follows him trying to pull him out. And I get there and I fall in, head in, up to here, mittens out. So Jen and Mom come running because they hear our muffled screams in the snow pile, and Jen throws herself into the snow pile and pulls us out, or tries to pull us out. Well, Jen kind of gets stuck. She's half in, half out. So Mom has to pull her out in order to get out. Yeah. I remember it. We almost got pneumonia. It was horrible.
Hey guys, it's Chase. My favorite story with your mom would be when we go to Ocean City, Maryland, and we went up there as a family. And me and Emre, we went off to the beach, and Emre came back crying, and you were just like, "Mom, Chase won't stop calling me a girl." And now, Erica is the one I call a girl, and you make fun of Erica for being a girl. So, but your mom used to always yell at me and tell me to stop calling you a girl, but now that's what made you so tough. So that was my favorite thing about your mom for the most part.
Hello, I'm Christy, and I taught with Jennifer overseas for many years. She was in our school in Estonia way back in 1997. She was our first hire from overseas because we needed a first grade teacher. She arrived in Estonia and came into work in this first grade classroom just down the hallway from me. And during the day, I would hear her laughter pealing down the hallways. She was just a force of enthusiasm and light and fire and teaching for these wonderful children. She was such a gifted teacher. The only way we knew this was from a phone interview. My husband interviewed her on a telephone, and it came through so loudly and clearly. This was a truly gifted woman. A wonderful first grade teacher, and from that the school grew and grew, and by happenstance I moved back to Norfolk, and I got to know your mom even better and her family here in Norfolk, and I just loved her. She loved my husband and I. We had so many fun times together, all because she was just a fantastic teacher. I think the best teachers give so much of themselves, just like she gave so much of herself to her family. We just will love her, and I will never forget her laughter ringing down the halls of that little tiny school in Estonia. So that was Jennifer. She made us all smile all day long.
I met Jen in elementary school. We went to St. Pius together, so I've known her since the 2nd grade. And that's when I started, was in the 2nd grade, all the way to the 8th grade. We went to school together. So, my fond memories of your lovely mother were just having a good time. We were young, we were just being kids and just having a good time, and I used to stay the night over their house, and just have a great time with your mom. She was an awesome, amazing, sweet person, grew up into be a wonderful woman, and I know you miss her, but she'll be with you always. She'll be with all of us always.
My name is Wanda Dries, and I've known the Worleys for over 30 years.
Very good.
My biggest takeaway from Jennifer is that she was a very strong personality, and being a strong woman is very important throughout all ages, not just nowadays. We were on a Girl Scout function, and Miss Worley pulled half of us aside, and the other half were patiently waiting. And the half that she took aside, she told us what our job was to do is to go on a hike with our partner and to get hurt in some way. And the whole exercise was to see how the others would react to us getting hurt. So I had Jennifer, hiking around, and all of a sudden I started acting goofy and silly, and I ran and I tripped and I hurt my ankle. And I must have been a really good actress because I'm holding my ankle and I'm in pain, and Jennifer's all worried and concerned. So how she handled the situation is she picked me up and she carried me back to camp. And as we're all sitting around after we had all came back to camp, she was so angry that I had actually faked getting hurt because she was so concerned that I was hurt. But here again, I think that shows Jennifer's physical strength and her mental strength and her character strength. She was a very strong woman.
We know Janice because she was one of our daughter's friends. She basically grew up with our daughter. Even though when they got older they went to different schools, they remained friends to this day. And they would get together when she would come from wherever she was working, and they would get together and have lunch, a group of them. So it was kind of nice. And I'm very glad because I'm friends with her mother, and we do a lot of things together. And Jennifer was just the bubbly, high point in the family, basically. She was just so sweet. And
Camera will break on you real quick.
and I'm grateful for the times that we had together.
Good.
I've known Jen all her life. When she was small, we weren't around her as much because Dad was in the Navy and moving around a lot. But as she grew up to be a beautiful young woman, known and loved by a lot of people. We're going to miss her. We love her very much.
She was a great person. She met and touched a lot of hearts, and you should be really proud of her. Mom. We love her much.
So who do I have here?
Cousin Dave
And Tina.
Wife Tina.
And wife Tina.
Jen was a great friend. She was more than a cousin to us. She was really close to her, the confidant. She helped us a lot when we first met. She was
Peeled off here.
She was my good. She was just a really good friend to me when I needed her to be in this side of the family.
Remember her coming out to our house?
Went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll Fame. Just always been there for us. Your mother is amazing.
Quit growing.
Got fond memories of them from our house. Every summer, and we'd have pool parties.
Our house was the hangout.
When they came up to Pennsylvania, it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. And we love you guys. And Jen, we miss you. And we love you. And we had so much fun. The boys on the trampoline with their kids.
Playing with you guys.
Drink a little too much sometimes, and mom and dad, and going out and we love Sircon.
Always lots of food.
Just amazing family, and we just can't wait to see you in the future. We love you, and thank you so much, and we hope to see you soon.
I turn around.
All right, and who do we have here?
I'm Amy Murray, and this is Bob Murray.
Very
Hi,
good.
I'm Jen's,
He's
your
Jen's
mom,
cousin.
yeah, mom's cousin. We just wanted to, you know, let you guys know that she's always had a great smile, and she was always fun to be around.
Always very positive. Some things I remember about Jen is her sister. When her sister's wedding, sister was frantic, and Jen was always like, no problem, you know, everything will be good. So she always had a very positive attitude all the time. So it was a lot of fun. She'd come up to Pennsylvania and visit us, and we'd have great parties and just have a good time. So
We love you.
yep.
If there's one thing you could tell the boys that would be the greatest gift they could pass down, what would it be?
Your mom's a great teacher.
Absolutely. And a great smile.
What do we have here?
I'm Aunt. Yes, Aunt too. Uncle Jim is your Grandpa Worley's brother, as you can see. They look alike, more or less. You had a beautiful mother, and you have a beautiful father, and we just want you to know that you are loved deeply, and we hope we can see you as often as possible. And something special that's in Uncle Jim's heart is his initials is J-A-W, our son's initials is J-A-W, and your mom's initials is J-A-W. So,
You have comments.
and we just want you to know that we love you very much.
We'll miss her. We love you guys.
If there's one gift you could give the boys that you got from her mother, what would it be?
Oh, her smile, definitely her smile, and her love for people and children. Yeah.
She's a great girl.
I'm Taylor. I'm Sydney. I'm Michelle.
And how do y'all know her?
I talked to Jim.
Very good. And you have a story you want to tell?
Lots of stories.
She'll get lost. She'll get lost on that. Had a long time holding together, but we took a couple of vacations together. Even after she got married, she came back over. We took a couple of vacations together. So we got to spend a little time over here also.
If you guys come out tonight, you're going to be
Cooking, working together, Annapolis apartment.
Yeah, we're upstairs.
If there's one thing you could tell the boys
I didn't want to be a truck driver.
about their mother, what would it be?
Her smile was infectious. I don't know if everyone remembers, but on his first birthday, they weren't really, he was fascinated with fire trucks. And as Jen calls him, boyfriend, husband over here, he sent him a little tight fireman. And apparently he went around with a little darker of the fireman, calling boyfriend. That's what she told us. And he still has it hopefully today, because he'd never seen a fire truck before. So that was our memory that was funny. Teaching, we still do cinnamon. The cinnamon ornaments that she stumped the whole hallway up with. All her creative things she gets undercover to make things fun for the kids. I'm sure she made the same memories for you.
Okay, who do we have here?
This is Joanne and Isabel, Jen's cousin, my best friend, Serkan, Emre, Erkai, we love you. I'm sure we'll see you many more times, no matter what. We had to get together because of your mom. So, we love you very much, and we love your mom very much.
If there's one thing you could give the boys to inherit from their mother, what would it be?
Just be loving and caring like your mom. No matter what, she cared about everybody. So,
9 Mile Run.
we love you.
Hey, Bruce.
And Uncle Dave. Jen's a wonderful lady. She's well known all over the world. And she's very proud of her. And she's the one that kept this family together. now I don't know what's gonna happen.
They're all working. We love you, Jennifer.
Love you, Jennifer.
If there's one thing you could give the boys to inherit like their mother, what would it be?
The love she shared with everybody.
Yes.
She always shared the love, no matter what. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'm Angela Holly. Angie, everybody calls me Angie, and Jennifer and I have been friends since 1990. 1986, high school, when we first started high school. A funny story, well, during high school, my parents were very strict and we couldn't really go out, but my brother was in class with, in the same class with your Aunt Emily, and so we could really, only hang out in school, and now that we're in our 40s, I will share, or if we skip school to hang out, but Jennifer always, and you know this, she always has a smile on her face and she gives the best hugs. Her and your Aunt Emily give the best hugs, and so I just, want you to know how much she's loved and she will be missed, and you all were just so lucky to have her as a mother.
My name is Sabrina Bruno, also known as Sam. My sister's name is Brianna, and she is known as Bean, so we were Bean and Sam. We've known Jen and the Worleys for many years. We went to elementary school and high school with Jen, and we played many sports with Jen and Emily, actually. But one of the funniest things that I remember about Jen is that we actually carpooled with them on our way to high school when we were in high school, and actually it was only for 1 year because every time Jen and Em picked us up in Em's Mustang, we were notoriously late for school every day, and it got to the point where we were sometimes so late that we even had time to stop at McDonald's for breakfast in the morning. So but those rides were extremely hilarious and funny, and I will never forget the time that we spent with them and Jen, and she will be truly missed.
I'm Andrew Dillon, and Jenny was one of the first people to help me when I had a lot of problems in school with ADHD, so she was very patient and helped me out, learned how to focus, and always told me to keep trying regardless of how much I didn't want to keep trying, how much I wanted to quit, and no matter what she would let me quit, she told me to keep pushing and keep trying, that I would get it. Thanks to her, I got as far as I did now. I can read out loud. I still get a little nervous, which is why I look on camera, but thanks to her, I've actually learned to look at people when I talk. I've learned how to read out loud. She just helped me in a lot of ways, and I probably would have even gotten as far as I did now if she hadn't helped me. So, my mom was not only a really nice person, but she really was a fabulous teacher. So, I have her a lot. That's it.
I'm Adam Dillon, Jenny's cousin. Jenny was what is really special?
It's okay, take your time.
I was really touched. I really wanted to be like her. I was going to be a teacher because of her. And I was always really proud of her because she really got to live her dream. She got to cross the seas, and she got to travel a lot and teach people, and she meant so much to so many people. And I just wasn't open to her. So don't go for me. Not only how much she meant to me, how much it means to us, that she meant so much to me that I would. And
I'm Russ Dillon, her uncle. Jenny was always the little girl I never had. She knows about the two boys, and was married to Terry, and ever since we dated, before marriage and all, Jenny was always the apple of my eye. Would always come sit in my lap, always cheer me up. So I just wanted you to know, I love you.
I'm Tanya, and family friend, surrogate sister. And today is an awful day because when the world needs more people like Jen, we've lost one. The thing that I am always going to remember about Jen and then going to take with me for the rest of my life is she was a hugger. And not one of those wimpy huggers, one of those people that when she hugged you, you just felt everything that was good about her wrap around you, and everything was going to be okay, and everything was fantastic. And that is what I'm going to miss most about Jen.
If there's one thing you could give the boys and allow them to inherit from their mother, what would it be?
If I was to give the boys anything, I would give them her passion for living, because she didn't live halfway. She lived with everything she had. She loved with everything she had, and she gave that to everyone that she came in contact with.
Jenny's Aunt Nancy.
It took you a minute.
Get me started, because I'm very timid in front of the camera.
I just want to say that I'm very proud of my niece, how she packed so much life and love in her 42 years. And that her love was always unconditional. Always her laugh, her
taller and bigger.
Every time I looked at her, I seen my mother. She had the same kind of blue eyes my mother had, so I wore my mother's pin today too. And she was always an encouragement to me where Chris was concerned. She knew my Chris was special ed. She was the best.
Bigger and taller.
Make sure you come after the instructions back in here.
Make him feel like he was 10 feet tall. I mean, really.
Oh, okay, I understand.
I can't wait for the day when, Jenny, when you wake up in paradise, me and Chris will be waiting for you, so look for us. We love you.
I'm her cousin Chris, and we were about the same age. She was 1 year older than me. She was 42 and I'm 41. But I remember a trip that we went to with our folks and her brother, Chuck and Emmy. We went to south of border, over there in South Carolina, and Chuck had on a cowboy hat. I mean, it was so funny too to see him wear that, but it was a nice time we had, and I'm gonna miss Jenny too, because she, came to my graduation, and I graduated from high school. I didn't know anything about it. It was just a surprise. Nobody didn't tell me. And that's one of the things I'm going to remember Jenny by with, but I also, like my mother said, that we would love to see her in Jehovah God of Paradise Earth when she's resurrected. So I thank you for letting me speak my piece, so I can share this with her and Circom's two boys, and I've always thought they made her happy in the last several years. I really did, and that's what I told Circom today. So thank you.
Happy to see you all here again. And I am sure there are many people, they are going to come here and they are going to talk about her, how generous she was, how smiling she was. But I want to talk about her as a husband, because we shared many different things. She was both emotional and logical at the same time. She has a very good sense of humor. And we completed each other everywhere. And I'm very thankful that we have two little sons that she gave it to me. And Emre is 7 years old and I is 3.5 years old. And now, and we are going to continue our lives. And with her, every day was such a joy. I would pick up her from school, and as soon as I see her, I would feel very excited. And we would go back to our house. And she would enlighten our lives with her laughter, with her stories, everything. She would convert darkness to the daylight. Today I want to thank you, especially to my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, because Mr. Edgar Worley and Ms. Linda Worley, because flowers need water, and she was grown up in a very good family, and they raised her up with their love. I mean, without their direction, support, I wouldn't have a life like that. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank you everybody again for coming here. You were at my wedding, and it's very good to see the same faces again. And lastly, I want to say thank you to Jennifer for being part of my life, for sharing this life, and for giving me these two little beautiful boys. I wish she can come to my dream every night. I can see her. We can talk. And I want to finish my speech with her words. She would always say that live, love, and most importantly, love. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now, okay. And you want to say something, I think? Okay, thank you.
You don't want to stand up?
Okay, let's go.
Say you love Mom.
Thank you.
You okay?
Come with me.
I'm here today to celebrate my sister's life. My sister was a beautiful soul. Jen was my best friend and she was my roommate. We would talk for what seemed to be a million hours about the men we would marry and how many children we would have. If our bedroom walls could talk, I tell you, they would mostly say that we just simply loved each other. We fought like cats and dogs, but we shared everything. We laughed so hard at so many silly things. We laughed so hard that we would either cry or we'd have to pee. My sister was no saint, but I would defend her until the end, and she would do the very same for me, and for all of her friends. For when a Worley loves you, they love you for a lifetime. She was the only one that could rein Chuck and I in. And that is a difficult task. But she always did it in creative ways, or simply by telling us, would you behave? Or she'd do the good old, I'm gonna threaten you with mom and dad if you can't behave. Even in our 40s. My brother and sister and I were inseparable. Simply because of our great parents, who used to sit us in a room after we fought, and I mean we fought. Mom and Dad said, you will sit here and you will talk it out and you will work it out, because that's what family does. All the time, we would simply laugh. And that's most of the time what got us talking is about the child abuse that we were just put into a room and the door was locked with the three of us and no one, nothing to do. But it got us talking and laughing and hugging. The three of us were the Musketeers, and today, on the 26th of March, we lost our third Musketeer. Our lives are forever changed. My parents simply put us in that room, and now I see why. Because they wanted us to form a bond that could never be broken. my parents succeeded. Because there is never a bond such as Chuck, Jen, and I, and it shall never be broken. The loss of my little sister will live in all of our hearts, because she was awesome. She had a way of getting everybody organized with her little smile or her giggle, which we all loved. And yet, on the other hand, telling us and organizing everything. When we met Scott and Serkan, we talked about what good men they were and what wonderful fathers they would be. She loved Serkan, her soulmate, and her boys more than her life itself. They were simply her world. We will keep her memory alive so that her boys will always know. They will always, always know that she is their guardian angel and how much they loved her, or how much she loved them. I know that she's looking down on all of us because we were told Briar couldn't make it by the Red Cross 3 times, and I believe she had her hand all in that. She was talking to Jesus' ear on that one. My sister was like a second mother to my children, and they adored her. I thank God for all the precious and ridiculous fun we had together. She was vivacious. She was precious. She was never judging, always encouraging and accepting. She was a great teacher and a friend to so many that I can't count them. We see the room. Jen touched lives all over the globe. She could bake anything, and she would share it with everyone as if you were a brother and sister. She was an OCD organizer and always had the best ideas. Never will there ever be a moment that I won't hear her laugh or see her smile for the rest of my days. She will forever be missed. And in my heart, I know that she's with us here today, in every moment, in every laugh, and every hug. For when a Worley hugs you, you know they love you. Thank you.
First, I want to thank everyone that has sent flowers and food and sent their love and cards and phone calls and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I just want to thank you all, and I love it and I appreciate it. I sent the food. I got you. But thank you so much. It just shows that she affected everyone. And thank you. This is the woman I wish to emulate, to grow up to be. The things Jennifer Worley on Dare had that I can only hope to be was beauty, strength, poise in tough situations, a huge heart filled to the brim with love for others, and a 1 in a million cooking ability, if any of you have ever had some for cookies. For my entire life, the thing I can remember the most is Chuck, Nana, Papa, and Mom laughing about how I was Jen's carbon copy, or that they were fighting with Jen whenever I opened my mouth. I remember every summer or Christmas that she came home, Jen and I would fight like cats and dogs about everything. And But this summer past was the first summer that Jen and I didn't fight, not even once. We agreed on everything, whether it was how to talk Nana into cleaning her office, or how to get her to throw away some of her collectibles. It was nice, and by the time she left, we both finally admitted the inevitable, that perhaps we were similar, even if just a little. Jen said to my mom, "Now I understand what it means, or what you mean when you call her my mini-me. Because when I talk to Lacey or listen to her talk, I see myself. She was a kind and loving aunt, mother, sister, wife. She will surely be missed every minute of every day by all of us. But every time I look in the mirror, I know I have a special piece of her. When I hear someone call me Jen, as Nana does numerous times, instead of Lacey, I will consider it an honor and a privilege to be her mini-me, and know that there isn't anyone more noble and kind in the world that I could rather be. So I want to thank all of you for loving her and knowing her and meeting her, because she was one of a kind. Thank you.
Hugs, kisses, bright blue eyes, love, great cook, traveler, we can't forget Bossy. But most of all, a great mom, friend, daughter, and sister. I'm Chase Worley, Jen's nephew. And the truth is, we all lost somebody special. I was worried about what I could do to help everyone else. What I could do for our boys, what I could do for Sercon, what I could do for my best friend. It really puts everything in perspective. When people ask me why I left school and missed a game to come home this weekend, or why I argue with everyone who says I can't carry the casket, it's because Jen would do all this for me. Just live life every day to the fullest. Jen did this. She was determined to get things done. If people didn't follow her plans, you were bound to have an argument. I said Bossy, but if you've ever met my dad, or him, or even Nana and Papa, you understand somebody had to keep him in line. He's 40 some odd years old and I still feel like a parent. But the big thing that really got me is she always told me how much Emre looked up to me, and how he had pictures of me on his wall. What do I say to a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old that just lost his mom? My biggest problem when I was 7 was which crown to use. Why did the teacher shorten recess? I said I'd do anything for these boys and they're like my brothers. And whether they understand that when I tell them that now, they one day will. You know, when you look back, you know we gained a guardian angel. And I can hear her coming in here now and saying, "What are you guys doing? Go help Nana." "Dad, turn off the TV." "Boys, behave. Stop playing. We're trying to have dinner." Or, "Chase, stop calling Emre a girl." And now it would be, "Chase and Emre, stop calling Erikai a girl." You know, for the short 20 years that I knew her, which actually turned out to be less because she wanted to travel to every country on the globe. You know, I never doubted for 1 second how much she loved me, how much she loved her family, her friends, and it's only evident by the people in this room and the people who traveled from everywhere to come see her. The big thing that really hit home with me was When my parents divorced and Jen came home and she said, Chase, I still love your mom. That 3-word phrase meant more to me than a lot of things. Her love was evident for Serkan. She truly loved you with all of her heart. Thank you for loving my wife and giving me 2 more great cousins. I may never experience one of her big hugs or her great, perfect meals, but I just want her to look down at me and smile. I want to make you proud, and I promise your boys will never question how great you were. Today is to remember you. Please, if you leave here with one thing, just go home and tell everyone that you love them. Because today is truly the first day that it hit me. I'm sorry, Erica, I told you big boys don't cry. So I guess I'm not a big boy today. But just remember, God has a plan, and God and family over everything. Thank you.
We're gonna, I guess, finish up. Can you finish up with me real quick? Anybody that knows me should start laughing at that. But I am gonna make this quick because I'm gonna try and hold it together for as long as I can. The big important things that I wanted to share with our family is, number one, I mean, it's amazing how many people showed up today and the phone calls and at one point I think Mom said I deleted 70 voicemails. I mean, it just, the love that people had for this special person. The Three Musketeers will not be the same without my beautiful daughter, my beautiful sister. All right, I'm trying not to look at people because I'm gonna lose it. The biggest thing on my heart is I have never. It's been a long time since I've seen a man love a woman like Serkan did Jennifer. To the point where people would come up to her. Some of her friends are here, teachers, and you go up and say, man, when you're looking away, you can just see the love, and the adoration, and the respect that Serkan had for my sister. And she would just smile and say, all of my girlfriends tell me that. And I know they were jealous because it's a special love. My sister, I was going to start with a joke, but I just don't have it in me right now. But I just want to thank Serkan for loving my sister the way he did. Giving us 2 fantastic nephews. I mean, those kids are awesome. And when they come running up to me and hugging me, I'm just thinking it's my sister. The world traveler is an understatement. She did everything the way Jennifer wanted it. There is no, God forbid, you ever go against what she is doing the next day. I mean, it was like an act of Congress to get her to change lanes, let alone her schedule. I was gonna start with, everybody knows she's a big pain in the ass, because she is. But, sorry, Jesus. But she wanted what she wanted. She did what she wanted. She lived a life that probably half of us wanted. I mean, she's seen every country that she ever wanted. She saw her plan worked out. Sure, it cut a little short, but her plan worked out. She did everything on what she wanted, when she wanted it. She got one of the first to get a college degree in our family, one of the first to do, she did everything she wanted to do. And she lived a full, fantastic life in 42 years. And it's just amazing when you think back, the things that she got done. Lord knows, don't get out of her schedule. It's just amazing looking back at all the things that she got done in a short 42-year-old life. And I'm so grateful of this past summer. I don't know if you guys seen the pictures on Facebook and stuff. The last 3 months that she was here this summer, I am so blessed to have had her in the time that we had her, that we all had her. We all had special moments with her. And I'm very grateful for those special moments. But anyway, I had notes and I forgot everything I was going to say, but I will tell you this. I love my sister, and I miss her greatly. I'm just very grateful that you guys showed up to pay your respects to that.
Please rise. We are gathered here in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. May the God of hope give you fullness of peace, and may the Lord of life be always with you. My dear friends, sisters, and brothers, we believe that all ties of friendship and affection which lead us to one throughout our lives do not rebel with death. Confident that God always remembers the good we have done and forgives our sins, let us pray asking God to gather our sister Jennifer to Himself. Let us pray. Lord our God, the death of our sister Jennifer recalls our human condition and the brevity of our lives here on earth. But for those who believe in your love, that is not the end, nor does it destroy the bonds that you forge in our lives. We share the faith of your Son's disciples and the hope the children of God. Bring the light of Christ's resurrection to this testing time and pain as we pray for our sister Jennifer and for those who love her through Christ our Lord. Amen.